Hello, and welcome to gusmcdoll Strategy and Tactics, and thank you to our subscribers. In this series, we use German missions from the game Firefight to illustrate World War II German tactics at the company level and below. In this campaign, we are playing through Operation Barbarossa as the Germans, with 9 battles over the course of June and July 1941. In this episode, Drang Nach Osten at Voskhod Railway Junction continued the advance into the heartland of Russia. A group of enemy units is stubbornly holding out at Voskhod. The railway junction at the small village of Voskhod is a vital link for transporting supplies to our units and must remain in our hands. It is surrounded by open fields and woodland. In each battle, we conduct basic mission analysis, develop and analyse possible courses of action, then decide and execute the plan in real time, followed by lessons learned. Please remember to like the video, comment, and subscribe for more great strategy and tactics content. And if you want to show your support with a donation, the links are in the description. The artillery rounds fall short. The guns cease fire. Luckily, the Germans were on the reverse slope and did not suffer casualties. The heavy machine gun continues to fire. Binder's Panzer IV now takes a risk. Moving along the path through the woods to put return fire on the heavy machine gun. The tank could bog or be hit by an anti-tank gun. Soviet mortar rounds fall harmlessly onto Schilling's old position. The Panzers suppress the western end of Nizhny Voskhod, while the German infantry advanced through the woods.
Bewegung!
Binder's Panzer IV is safely through the woods and moves forward. Soviet infantry surrender as Schilling's section advances. Binder pushes up to the southern outskirts of Voskhod. German infantry press to the edge of the woods, ready to assault the village.
Feuer frei! Erwischt! Feuer frei!
Reinforcements have arrived. 3 Sturmgeschütz, just as battalion headquarters promised. Unit 12 is a Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung B. It is equipped with a 7.5 cm Kampfwagen Kanon 37 L24 gun. It is commanded by Lieutenant Weber. Unit 13 is also a Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung B. It is commanded by Oberleutnant Moser. Unit 14 is also a Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung B. It is commanded by Lieutenant Fink. but we will leave the Sturmgeschütz for now and get back to the battle. The Sonderkraftfahrzeug 251 moves up with the reserve, trailing the battle. Soviet infantry in western Nizhny Voskhod start to fall back under pressure. Soviet mortar fire lands near Bocha and accelerates the time for the attack. Both German sections now advance to break into the Soviet position. Under supporting fire from the Panzers. In the east, the Panzer IV has suppressed the heavy machine gun. Soviet mortar rounds fall harmlessly into Bocha's old position. Grenadier Hirsch, in Funk's section on the left, is wounded by a bullet in the left leg. Janssen and Schwarz in Schwilling's section are lightly wounded by a Soviet grenade. More Soviets surrender. The eastern end of Nizhny Voskhod is now clear, with the remaining Soviets fleeing back to the main village. The Germans move into the woods. The sections in the west now advance to clear the remainder of Nizhny Voskhod.
Granate laden. Geladen. Feuer. Granate laden. Geladen. Feuer.
Once again, Soviet mortars fall harmlessly onto the former German position.
Infanterie gesichtet! Das war gut! Verdammt! Sehe unter Beschuss! In Deckung! In Deckung! Kommen sofort!
More Soviets surrender, and Nizhny Voskhod is firmly in German hands.
Du schaffst das!
Grenadier Becker is severely wounded by a bullet in the left leg, and Sondergrenadier Schwarz is severely wounded by a ricocheted bullet in the chest. The fire is coming from the railway station in Voskhod. On the right flank, the Germans are at the southern end of Voskhod. On the left flank, the Germans hurry to clear the woods west of Voskhod. the panzers put suppressing fire into at least 3 Soviet positions inside Voskhod. Han's section moves up into the firing line. Schilling's section has taken casualties and moves to the right flank.
Bewegung!
Geladen. Feuer.
Du schaffst das! Geh in Deckung! Geh in Deckung! Was verwäscht unter Beschlag!
The centre of gravity of the battle has now shifted north to Voskhod.
Was verwäscht in Deckung! Feuer frei! Runter!
Soviet mortar shells once again fly harmlessly over the heads of the advancing Germans.
Feuer frei! Erwischt!
For now, the panzers are holding in place and suppressing Soviet positions in the village with machine gun and cannon fire. They are waiting for the infantry to move up and clear the village.
Feuer frei! Erwischt! Bewegung!
Feuer.
Erwischt!
Geladen. Feuer.
Hab ihn erledigt! Sehe unter Beschuss! Bewegung! Bewegung!
Brenngranate laden.
Soviet mortar fire has shifted and the German infantry hurry along. No sign of Soviets outside the village.
Bewegung!
Geladen. Feuer.
Anschreiten!
Brenngranate laden. Geladen. Feuer. Brenngranate laden.
Deckung! Rückzug!
Geladen.
Anti-tank gun, north of the village.
Hilfe!
The panzers almost stumbled into it.
Feuer frei!
German artillery opens a fire mission.
Feuereinsatz. Kommen. Feuereinsatz. Ende.
Wir sind in der Unterzahl!
Schilling's section spiked the enemy heavy machine gun. The crew were killed by the Panzer IV. Both sections on the right now advance into the village.
Bewegung! Bewegung!
As Soviet mortar rounds fall on their last position in the woods.
Bewegung!
Schuss. Ende.
With Nizhny Voskhod clear, the reserves now move up behind the assault forces.
Weit. Kommen. 200 weit. Ende.
Soviet artillery in the southern end of the village. Time to hurry along. The remaining Soviets appear to be holed up in the railway station.
Nimm das!
Los, kommen! Los, Ende! 100 nah, kommen! 100 nah, Ende!
Sehe unter Beschuss! Nicht in Deckung! Sie sind zu viele!
The anti-tank gun fires at German infantry advancing on the left flank.
Geht in Deckung! Sie sind zu viele! In Deckung!
Los, kommen! Los, Ende!
Das war knapp! Geht in Deckung!
Wirkungsfeuer, kommen! Wirkungsfeuer, Ende!
Granate!
German artillery moved to fire for effect.
Granate! Granate!
The Germans suppressed the Soviets at the railway station.
Geladen, Feuer!
Feuer frei!
Los, los, Ende! Geladen, Feuer! Granate laden! Feuer!
The German barrage misses, as does the Soviet.
Ziel erobert!
But under cover of the barrage, Lieutenant Kramer's Panzer 35 advances to engage the anti-tank gun.
Feuer frei! Granate!
Takes the objective,
Granate! Granate! Bewegung!
and destroys the 45mm anti-tank gun by high explosive shell.
Geladen, Feuer!
The Panzers now push forward. Somewhere to the north is a Soviet mortar team. And German infantry commenced the final assault on the railway station.
Bewegung! Bewegung! Bewegung!
Hand-to-hand combat. Victory! Drang Nach Osten. Continue the advance into the heartland of Russia. A group of enemy units is stubbornly holding out at Voskhod. German forces, 85 survived, 5 wounded, none killed and no vehicles lost. Soviet forces, 17 survived, 1 wounded, 32 killed, 6 surrendered and 1 anti-tank gun lost, as well as the heavy machine gun. You did exceptionally well in quickly capturing the objective and took negligible losses, although there was only very light opposition. Your commanders rate your performance as very good. 3 gold stars. What a great way to end the season. So, what did we learn? First, I had intended to demonstrate the conduct of the infantry point, specifically the first part of the doctrine around how the advance party send an infantry point around 500 metres ahead and in advance of the supporting units. The infantry point clears the way until it gets into contact with superior forces. Instead, the battle demonstrated the second part of the doctrine, that the distances between the infantry point and the advance party are such that the smaller formation can receive timely support from the following unit. The smaller formation of infantry made contact early in the battle. The following unit of panzers advanced to provide support, and the infantry and panzers worked together to clear Nizhny Voskhod, Voskhod and the railway station, all without any Germans killed. So, without intending it, the battle quickly turned into a demonstration of the power of combined arms. Finally, a note on avoiding enemy artillery. Many times this battle, the Germans avoided Soviet mortar and artillery fire simply by advancing faster than the Soviets could fire. By the time the rounds landed, the Germans had already moved on. So, when under artillery fire in the open, the most dangerous thing to do is stay where you are. It can be much safer to keep moving forward. Well, battle won, no friendly deaths, and the application of historical doctrine demonstrated. All in all, a very satisfying battle to end the season of Firefight Ostfront. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for the next series.